show at the Mike's Fitness Equipment Studio. My name is Pep Fernandez, live and amplified from Teen Vision TV 16. We appreciate you joining us each and every Wednesday, 6 o'clock. And listen, we've got a lot of high school football to get to. We are going to crown league champions. Yes, it's that time of the year. The high school football season has just blown past us. Now we are in the final week of the regular season as teams will soon turn their attention to the CIF Southern Section playoffs. One of those teams that could possibly walk away with a piece of that league title and on to the playoffs, the Riverside Poly Bears. Joining us live on the show right now, look how good he looks, the head coach of the Poly Bears, Coach John Rice. Coach, how are you doing tonight? Good to see you.
Doing great. You got the best job in the world.
Coach, here we are. We're in week 10 of the high school football season, and what's so great about this is these meaningful games late in the year. You guys have a chance, Riverside Poly has a chance to earn a share of that Inland Valley League title. I mean, this is a huge game against JW North, your rival, coming up on Friday.
You know what? We're really excited. The community's excited, and who would have thought at the beginning of the year we would have progressed to be in a position to share a league title. So we're really looking forward to the game.
Well, Coach, I mean, it's so big on so many different levels because, you know, it is JW North. It's your rival. You have a chance to win a share of the league title. You know, if you win, you're going to get into the playoffs. I mean, there's a lot going into this game. How do you kind of keep the guys focused and just say, hey, guys, let's just go out and play football, see what happens?
I don't think we have to worry about that. They know it's a natural rivalry. They're very excited. We're in a great position. The kids don't need a whole lot of focusing right now. They know what's in front of them, and we're going to go out and have a great game. They're looking forward to it. It's been a great week of practice.
Hey, Coach Rice, how's my guy, Coach Bill Powell? How's he doing?
Coach Powell's excited. He's fired up. He can't wait. I mean, we have a friendship with Coach Brown. It goes back and forth, so we're needling each other, teasing each other, and of course, Coach Brown has a couple kids on our team, and so Coach Powell's known them since they were little kids. So we've been having a fun week getting ready to coach in this big game.
Yeah, that's another layer to this as we kind of peel it apart like an onion. You were at North. Coach Brown was at Poly. I mean, there's so much cross-pollination here between the Bears and the Huskies. It's like one big happy family, I guess.
You know what? It's never really about the coaches. We got asked that yesterday in another interview, and it's about the kids. It's always about the kids, and it's about Poly and North. And the coaches we just coach them up and let them play and give them all the credit if they win and take the blame if we lose. That's part of the coaching profession.
Yeah, this is a good reminder that this game is the Riverside TV Game of the Week. Riverside Poly taking on JW North. I know Jeff Gorham, my co-host, who's actually at school tonight. I think it's like some sort of PSAT preview or training or something. But he said, yeah, this is a huge game on Friday. He interviewed you the other night with Coach Brown in the studio together. How did that go?
Yeah, it went great. You know, we're both sitting up there praising the other one and saying how good the other team is, and so we're just posturing for the game. We know it's going to be a great game, so we're trying to respect each other, and when it gets to be in a competitive situation, we're just going to let it fly.
And, Coach, I mean, this is really what it's all about. I mean, here we are, the final week of the regular season. The Bears are in a position to win a league championship, to get to the playoffs. I mean, you work all season long, all off season, just for a chance to be in the final week of league play with a lot on the line. I mean, this is what it's all about, right?
That is, and part of the journey is learning how to win and learning how to face adversity and overcoming that and enjoying the process and the moment and not letting it slip by. We're really talking to the kids about the seniors are not guaranteed anything past Friday. So we want them to enjoy every minute because, you know, everybody who's played high school sports know that it's gone in a flash. So we want to make the best of it, and hopefully we can continue our season in the playoffs.
Well, Coach, we saw this previous week what North did against a very good Orange Vista team. When you look at the matchup with the Huskies, without giving away all your secrets, I mean, where do you think are some areas that you hope to maybe take advantage of or maybe, you know, hold the upper hand against JW North?
We have to surprise them and do some things that we normally don't do, and keep them on their heels, and also not sit in one thing on either side of the ball, and try to keep them on the defensive a little bit, not make mental mistakes, and come out and match their physicality. They're a very physical team, so we'll be ready for that.
All right, so it's North and Poly Friday night. A piece of the Inland Valley League title is on the line for the Bears as they take on North. And, Coach, I use this cliche on somebody else, and I think I also referred to it as with the LA Chargers, but the fact that the playoffs basically start now for Riverside Poly, right? If you win Friday, you're going to punch your ticket. Let's say you come up on the short end against North. I mean, there's still a chance you can get to the postseason, but it could be an uphill battle, right? I mean, the playoffs start Friday night against the Huskies.
It does, and you know what? Anything can happen in the playoffs. So I've seen some crazy things happen. It's a new season. Regardless of what happens on Friday, we're looking forward to it. We're going to make the best of it.
Yeah, I think with this CIF Southern Section, competitive equity, the way they chunk out the divisions now, half the battle is just trying to get to the playoffs. And once you get to the playoffs and you get in your respective divisions, like you said, anything can happen. We've seen some crazy things the last couple of years.
You know what? And we were asked earlier about when the team has to peak, and you don't have to peak early in the season. You want to be peaking at the end and improving, and that's where we're at right now.
Well, Coach Rice, we appreciate the time. Best of luck against North on Friday night. It's the Riverside TV Game of the Week. And tell all the Poly coaches hello, especially Coach Powell, for me.
We will. We appreciate all you do, Pep. Keep up the great work.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. That's John Rice, the head football coach at Riverside Poly. Thank you, Coach. All right, that's Coach Rice breaking it down here on the Inland Sports Show. Yes, it is a huge game against the Riverside Poly Bears and JW North head-to-head. And we saw this previous week that North was able to beat a very good Orange Vista team. So when you look at the standings, I mean, North is in the driver's seat. If North beats Poly, they win outright. They are in the driver's seat. They have the inside track. They have all the sports cliches. But if Riverside Poly can upset the Huskies, then we could have a three-way tie for first place in the Inland Valley League. We got some of those highlights of North against Orange Vista this past week, and it was a battle between the Huskies and the Coyotes, and we kind of figured the winner of this game would be the team to beat in the Inland Valley League. This was a game that was on, well, Riverside TV, and it was a battle, and that guy right there had himself a game. Venancio Michaele, just a sophomore, built like a bowling ball, but that guy can run the rock. He had a huge game, and we'll get to that more in just a moment. But the Huskies would win 29-15. They would improve to 8-1 on the season, and again, grab the upper hand in the race for the Inland Valley League title. So North is at 4-0 in the Inland Valley League. Riverside Poly and Orange Vista are both 3-1. Orange Vista will wrap up league play against Canyon Springs in a Thursday night special on Halloween. So Orange Vista will play Thursday night, and they'll know exactly where they stand going into Friday and that North versus Poly game. So Orange Vista, assuming they beat Canyon Springs on Thursday, they will be rooting, I guess, for Riverside Poly to upset the Huskies and create that three-way tie, co-champions in the Inland Valley. But again, if Third in Chicago wins, it's all over. JW North is your Inland Valley League champion, and what a season it has been for the North Huskies this year. If they beat Poly, they'll finish the regular season at 9-1. What a run it has been for Third in Chicago and head coach Dennis Brown. That leads us into the Mike's Fitness Equipment Athlete of the Week. We just saw some of the video highlights, and it's no surprise why this guy is getting our proverbial game ball this week on the Inland Sports Show. Let's roll them out. Our Athlete of the Week, JW North running back Venancio Michaele. Man, this guy, he's built like a fullback or a linebacker, or I don't know, maybe an offensive lineman, but he can move. Look at him go. He had 2 rushing touchdowns. He also threw a touchdown, and I think that highlight's coming up. It's right here. Look at a little jump pass into the end zone to Huxley for the score. He did a little bit of everything. He literally powered that North offense on the ground through the touchdown pass. What's not to love? Venancio Michaele is our Mike's Fitness Equipment Athlete of the Week. All right, let's wrap up this segment by looking at our inland sports high school football rankings. We call them the Great 8 and 4 more. We've also added a Who's Next division to this rankings. There it is. The Grade 8, Centennial, the Rancho Verde, Cajon, Norco, Murrieta Valley, Kaiser, Citrus Valley, and Heritage. We got to keep Citrus Valley in the top 8 because they battled Cajon. They lost to the Cowboys 26-20, but a lot of people said, man, Citrus Valley coulda, shoulda won that game. But Cajon rolls on. They will be a three-peat champion in the Citrus Belt League. Our 4 more, Vista, Murrieta, Aquinas, Temecula Valley, and San Jacinto. And who's next? Well, it's Beaumont and Citrus Hill, and guess who goes head-to-head this week? Beaumont and Citrus Hill. So we still have a lot to be decided, not only on the field, but also in the Inland Sports Supercomputer with the Great 8 and 4 more rankings. But that's how it looks going into the final week of the regular season, and we are fired up about it. We got some great games still on tap, including Vista Murrieta against Murrieta Valley. That's going to be a fantastic game. And a couple other games we're going to get to a little bit later in the show. In fact, our next segment, head-to-head, winner-take-all, Heritage against the Rancho Verde. That game will be live right here on Teen Vision TV 16. You can watch it on Thursday night on Halloween. But the winner takes all. The winner of that game will be your Ivy League champion. And there's another game in the city of Moreno Valley that will decide a league championship. In fact, there's only a couple of these true league championship games where you have two teams undefeated in league going head-to-head, winner take all. And it's going to be Moreno Valley, the defending champion in the Mountain Valley League, going up against the upstart Vista del Lago Ravens. So a huge night in the city of Moreno Valley as the Ravens will try to rise up and knock off the perennial power in the Mountain Valley League, Moreno Valley. So Moval versus Vista del Lago, winner take all in the Mountain Valley League. When we come back on the Inland Sports Show, we're going to dive a little bit deeper on that Heritage game against the Rancho Verde High School. The Ivy League Championship is on the line. We'll be back on the Inland Sports Show.
What's going on, guys? This is Ray Bass from Boost Performance Training. You're watching the Inland Sports Show with the one and only Pep Fernandez.
The Inland Sports Show is brought to you by Spoiled. Quick, quality oil change. Spoil yourself and your car at Spoiled. Kin Sporting Goods. They have all of your sporting gear needs, Letterman's jackets, and team uniforms. Boost Performance Training with Coach Ray Bass. Athletes of all levels and all sports are going to Boost Performance Training in Corona. Mike's Fitness Equipment. Check out the new storeroom on La Cadena. Quality fitness equipment at affordable prices. Mike's Fitness Equipment. And JoJo's Grill-A-Dog, located in the Mountain Grove Shopping Center in Redlands. Let's be frank, not all dogs are created equal. JoJo's Grill-A-Dog.
I would say the one thing that we stress more than anything else is service to our customer. Make sure that they're taken care of, whatever you can do to make sure that that order gets to them on time and it's the right quality and what they want. I've been that way since 1976. That was my goal, to reach out to local sports programs, and it's grown from there, and we've been very, very fortunate. My grandson is right over here. He's working for us, and he's going to college right now, and that's exactly what my son did 20-some years ago, and it keeps on going, you know. Customers that come in the store that it's amazing. People that I haven't been here since I was a little kid, and I used to come in here all the time, and then now I'm bringing my son in here, or a grandpa that's bringing his grandson in here that came in here when we first opened back in '76. we just feel so fortunate to have been a part of this community and this Inland Empire for going into our 44th year now, and it's just been a blessing.
Riverside. Just opened up our new location off the 91 in Arlington and Riverside. Come check us out and get spoiled for a change.
Chargers fan, the playoffs start now. Every single game is huge, right? You can't
drop it a lot.
You can't drop very many games. Maybe one, maybe two along the line to even have a chance to make the postseason. So every game is huge right now for the Chargers, but a big win on the road at Chicago, 17-16. Now they get the Green Bay Packers. But the Chargers, they will get the Packers this weekend. The Packers coming off a 31-24 win against the Chiefs, who did not have Patrick Mahomes at quarterback. It was still a pretty competitive game. And for Aaron Rodgers and the Packers, Rodgers, 2 of his touchdowns going to Jamal Williams, the pride of Summit High School, Rialto native. So Jamal Williams out there having a big season.
Sports. Welcome back to the Mike's Fitness Equipment Studio. It's the Inland Sports Show.
For the Inland Sports Show. My name's Pep Fernandez, here every single Wednesday, 6 o'clock, live and amplified here at Val Verde Teen Vision TV 16. And speaking of Teen Vision TV 16, no Friday night game, but it's okay because they're going to go big time on Thursday night. It's the collision course, the matchup that we wanted all season long, and we finally got it. It just happens to be on Halloween night. It's Heritage and the Rancho Verde, one of the tastiest matchups out there in the Inland Empire, and we get it again with a league title on the line. And it's also it's going to be our Kin Sporting Goods must-see game of the week, as the Mustangs, who won this game last year, going up against Heritage. And there's the 2018 edition of this game, and it was a low-scoring battle. You know, those low-scoring slugfests usually favor Heritage because that kind of falls right into their game plan. But it was Rancho Verde winning last year by a final score of 17-10. The Patriots had 4 interceptions in the game, but this was really a breakout performance for Rancho Verde's defense, because we know they can score points. And A.J. Duffy, as a freshman, was fantastic last year. But credit to Rancho Verde's defense rising up when they needed them the most. 17-10 was the final, as Heritage lost for the first time in league play in 42 games. They had won 42 straight games in Sun Belt League play. They get to the Ivy League in a matchup with Rancho Verde last year in the championship, and the Mustangs got them, snapping that league winning streak. So it was 17-10 Rancho Verde last year, and again, we're going to get Mustangs, Patriots this Thursday night live on Teen Vision TV 16. I had the chance to catch up with Heritage head coach Kraig Broach to ask him about the matchup that we all wanted against Rancho Verde and how his team is playing right now. Here's Heritage head coach, if it ain't Broach, Kraig Broach.
Inland Sports.
I do. We've been picking up steam, and our guys are coming together. And I think this past Friday we had our best defensive effort and maybe our best all-around effort. And so, real happy last night. But unfortunately, we started watching film of Rancho Verde this morning, and it kind of scares you because they are looking pretty darn tough. And Coach Duffy has it rolling over there, and they're a physical, fast bunch. And so, it's going to be fun. It's going to be on Halloween, but what an exciting day. And our kids have been working all year for a game like this, so it's going to be a great atmosphere. This past Friday was probably our best all-around effort, and so the guys have been awesome and finding ways to get better, and we're more complete than we were earlier in the year, and that's a credit to the senior leadership. And so I'm really excited where we're at, and couldn't ask more from a group of kids, and they're playing real well right now.
Inland Sports.
No doubt, it's the Kin Sporting Goods must-see game this week. Forget the trick-or-treating. Put away the candy. If you want something really good, go out to the Rancho Verde High School Thursday night on Halloween. It's the Patriots and the Mustangs. Winner take all in the Ivy League. Both these teams look to be a lock for the playoffs. Of course, if you win league, you definitely go to the playoffs. Second place team out of the Ivy League, that seems to be like a stone cold lock to me as well. So Rancho Verde will be likely Division II. In fact, that's probably almost a for sure thing. Heritage we know is Division III. So both those teams going head to head. It's our Kin Sporting Goods must-see game of the week. Now, I was able to catch up with head coach Kraig Broach from Heritage when he was out there at it was the San Bernardino Valley College at Mount San Jacinto College football game, and it was a big one between the Wolverines and the Eagles. But he was out there because he says Mount San Jacinto, MSJC, is kind of like Heritage West. There's so many Heritage guys right now on that MSJC team, guys that we hashtag Brett the quarterback. Brett Virgil is the quarterback for Mount San Jacinto. Avante Robbs, the big lineman, Sherrod White, the running back for MSJC. There's a lot of Heritage guys out there. So Kraig Broach out there watching from some former Patriots battle at the college level. But it was SBVC getting the win, and I think we got a picture of head coach Daniel Algadas breaking it down towards the end of the game. I snapped a quick picture of him on the sidelines because he might be all happy throwing the peace sign up, but it was a battle for a while with the Eagles. In fact, the Eagles had the lead at halftime. It was 14-12. MSJC had the lead on San Bernardino Valley College, but it was SBVC coming back with a big second half, 26 points in the second half. So Coach Algadas, big smile there, but hey, it was close for a long, long time. SBVC having to come back in the second half, in the fourth quarter, to pull out the 38-23 win. So now it's going to be SBVC taking on undefeated Citrus College this Saturday night, 6 o'clock. It'll be live on IEMG, the IE Media Group YouTube channel. SBVC and Citrus, the winner of this game will have the upper hand for the American Mountain Division title. So that's going to be a huge game. All right, now let's go to the University of Redlands football. We continue the college football theme here with the Bulldogs. We got some highlights of the Bulldogs against Laverne, and wow. This game got out of control real fast. The U of R had the offense cracking for head coach Mike Maynard out there on a Saturday night at the Ted Runner Stadium. The defense, well, they did their thing too against the visiting Leopards. They didn't give them a whole lot to work with, and it was a big lead. I mean, they dug a big hole for University of Laverne very fast. Quarterback Nathan Martinez, formerly of Yucaipa High School, spreading the ball around. He had himself a big game. You know, we've seen him. Look at a little shovel pass there. Took a big hit at the end as well. Kai Thompson from Murrieta Mesa High School. And that guy, Mason Carvalho. Man, he's an Inland Empire guy, and he had a huge game against the Bulldogs. Here comes Carvalho, splitting that defense, lunging across the goal line for a touchdown. It was already 14-zip when Carvalho scored there, so it was 21-zip in the first quarter on homecoming for the Bulldogs. Laverne just could not catch a break. Here was the Leopards back to receive the punt, and it goes all wrong. I mean, like really bad. The U of R scoops it up. I guess they could not advance the football, so that's not a touchdown, but it wouldn't matter because they'll go on offense, and a couple of plays later, they would capitalize, and it's Carvalho again going in for the touchdown. When all the dust settled Saturday night at Ted Runner Stadium, it was the U of R winning 65-7. Big win for the Bulldogs, and Carvalho had a great game on the ground, as we said, with a couple touchdowns, a touchdown pass from Nathan Martinez there. So U of R, one game back of Chapman right now for first place in the SCIAC. And again, you got to win the SCIAC to get into the playoffs. So we need Chapman to lose is basically what this boils down to. Chapman plays Pomona-Pitzer this Saturday. So if you're a U of R football fan, you need Pomona-Pitzer to upset Chapman. And for U of R, you got to keep winning. They're going to play Cal Lutheran on Saturday. You can listen to that game live on KMET, 1490 AM. Mitch McClellan and Vinny Fazio will have the call. We need the U of R to win, and we need Chapman to lose come Saturday in SCIAC play. All right, we're going to take another break here on the Inland Sports Show. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit of Norco football. We also have our spoiled slick play of the week. We'll be right back on the Inland Sports Show.
This is Centennial High School football coach Matt Logan. You're watching the Inland Sports Show.
What's going on, guys? Coach Bass here. We're here at the new Boost Performance Center here at 500 Harrington Street in Corona, California. We got a bigger space, more room for strength training, speed training, everything our athletes need. We got our student athletes here getting their studying done. So some of the different things we're going to be offering here at the new Boost Performance Center is really focusing on recovery, whether that be physical therapy or active recovery with yoga. We're also going to be offering nutrition classes for the general public. So really taking a more well-rounded approach to fitness for athletes, of course. Come check us out at our new facility. We're going to be opening soon. Can't wait to have you guys here.
Just opened up our new location off the 91 in Arlington and Riverside. Come check us out and get spoiled for a change.
The Inland Sports Show is brought to you by Spoiled. Quick, quality oil change. Spoil yourself and your car at Spoiled. Kin Sporting Goods. They have all of your sporting gear needs, Letterman's jackets, and team uniforms. Boost Performance Training with Coach Ray Bass. Athletes of all levels and all sports are going to Boost Performance Training in Corona. Mike's Fitness Equipment. Check out the new storeroom on La Cadena. Quality fitness equipment at affordable prices. Mike's Fitness Equipment. And JoJo's Grill-A-Dog, located in the Mountain Grove Shopping Center in Redlands. Let's be frank, not all dogs are created equal. JoJo's Grill-A-Dog. Welcome back to the Mike's Fitness Equipment Studio. It's the Inland Sports Show.
And welcome back to Teen Vision TV 16. It's the Inland Sports Show at the Mike's Fitness Equipment Studio. My name is Pep Fernandez. A lot of high school football in this show. Final week of the regular season, and here we go. Big games on Thursday night on Halloween, big games on Friday, and then the CIF Southern Section playoff brackets will come out on Sunday. And I know we're all anxious about that. One team that we know is going to be in the playoffs because they have been the last 32 years. It's going to be 33 33 years, the Norco High School Cougars. They're always in the playoffs. They've had another great season. Again, Division I and Division II are all lumped together right now for the CIF, but we know the top 8 teams will go in their own division, Division I, and the other 16 schools will be Division II. That's where you will find the Norco Cougars, and I believe the Norco Cougars are going to make a deep run for that CIF Southern Section Championship. Norco's coming off a big win against Roosevelt, which essentially locked up second place in the land of the Big 8, and we had a chance to talk to Norco after that big win against Roosevelt. Here's the Cougars.
Inland Sports.
It feels good to bounce back. You know, Roosevelt's a league rivalry. It's a battle for the bell, so we want to come out and, play hard and, did some good things tonight, so it feels really good to be back on the winner side.
What went right for your guys tonight?
We just, trying to play physical and, rally the football and play aggressive, and we did that.
What do you guys need to clean up going into Corona and then thinking further than that playoff?
We had a turnover night. We need to clean that up. A couple of times we didn't execute on offense and score touchdowns. We got nice field goals. And, the ball kind of bounced around tonight. We need to bounce our way a few more and ball security, things like that.
I think it was huge. I think we just need to come together as a team and just get a win and get a win under our belt and just capitalize and go move forward in the playoffs.
Looking ahead to Corona, what are the keys for that one?
I think we just have to play as a unit, just do our responsibilities and play our job.
Big 8 League is so tough, to be the number 2 team and then to get into playoffs. Talk about that kind of, how that prepares you for playoffs.
So definitely playing teams like Centennial, Roosevelt, they get you better, man. And we get ready for the playoffs, and we just have to get better, learn from our mistakes, and just hopefully be as good as possible headed to the playoffs.
Inland Sports.
There's the Norco Cougars, including quarterback Shane Illingworth, who is a Oklahoma State commit. So Norco's really good. They're going to be just fine in Division II. I can just feel it. All right, now let's go to our spoiled slick play of the week. And this is another team that is playoff bound and should make a very deep run in Division VI. And I love Division VI. We got Kaiser, we got Citrus Valley, and we got these guys, the San Jacinto Tigers, in our slick play of the week, courtesy of, Team Vision TV 16. They had this game live, and I could not believe the way it unfolded. Tied at 14. Kajia Holloway, the deep throw, completes the pass, and then it's Holloway for the touchdown. So the slick play of the week, actually 2 plays, because you had the big pass play to set up the game-winning touchdown against Citrus Hill. As San Jacinto now controls their own destiny, the Tigers can win out and be the Mountain Pass League champions with a win this Friday. But it was Holloway with the game-winning touchdown in the final moments against Citrus Hill. So that is our spoiled slick play of the week. Wow, huge win for San Jacinto. A lot of momentum going into the CIF Southern Section Division VI playoffs. San Jacinto versus Kaiser in the playoffs would be absolutely amazing. All right, and let's finish things up here with our Boost Performance Training broadcast schedule as we go into the postseason. Of course, it all starts with the Inland Sports Show every Wednesday night, 6 o'clock. Thursday night foosball. Again, you don't need to go trick-or-treating. Who needs more candy? It's just cavities, right? How about some football? Football will never give you cavities. Heritage against the Rancho Verde on Teen Vision TV 16. So let's pack Rancho Verde High School. If you can't make it, though, watch it live. Watch it unfold on, was it Teen Vision? Is it VVUSD? On Vimeo. VVUSD Teen Vision on Vimeo. Vimeo, everybody. Watch that live Thursday night and Friday night. Again, more big-time football. North against Poly on Riverside TV. Inland Valley League title on the line. Beaumont versus Citrus Hill. That is for second place in the Mountain Pass League. You can listen live on 1490 AM KMET. And, of course, Friday night, 11 o'clock on IEMG. It's Sports Weekly Live. All your high school football scores and highlights. The only high school football show in the Inland Empire. And then Saturday, college football. 6 o'clock kickoff from Death Valley. It's SBVC against undefeated Citrus on IEMG. And the University of Redlands taking their show on the road to Thousand Oaks to take on Cal Lou. You can listen live on 1490 AM KMET. So that's your Boost Performance Training broadcast schedule this week. All right. right, so a lot of football. We're going to mix in a little basketball. Yes, we'll talk hoops at UCR and CBU when we come back on the Inland Sports Show.
96.7 KCal Rocks. What's up? It's Patrick and 40. Hey, man, you're watching the Inland Sports Show right here. Make sure you check out Pep, man. It's Inland Sports with Pep, but he's on every Monday and Thursday morning with Sports with Pep, man. You guys rock.
The Inland Sports Show is brought to you by Spoiled. Quick, quality oil change. Spoil yourself and your car at Spoiled. Kin Sporting Goods. They have all of your sporting gear needs, Letterman's jackets, and team uniforms. Boost Performance Training with Coach Ray Bass. Athletes of all levels and all sports are going to Boost Performance Training in Corona. Mike's Fitness Equipment. Check out the new storeroom on La Cadena. Quality fitness equipment at affordable prices. Mike's Fitness Equipment. And JoJo's Grill-A-Dog, located in the Mountain Grove Shopping Center in Redlands. Let's be frank, not all dogs are created equal. JoJo's Grill-A-Dog.
I would say the one thing that we stress more than anything else is service to our customer. Make sure that they're taken care of, whatever you can do to make sure that that order gets to them on time and it's the right quality and what they want. I've been that way since 1976. That was my goal, to reach out to local sports programs, and it's grown from there, and we've been very, very fortunate. My grandson is right over here. He's working for us, and he's going to college right now, and that's exactly what my son did 20-some years ago, and it keeps on going, you know. We have customers that come in the store that it's amazing. People that I haven't been here since I was a little kid, and I used to come in here all the time, and then now I'm bringing my son in here, or a grandpa that's bringing his grandson in here that came in here when we first opened back in '76. We just feel so fortunate to have been a part of this community and this Inland Empire for going into our 44th year now, and it's just been a blessing.
Here at the Boost Alternative School for Student Athletes, we provide a collegiate experience for our students. They study here, they train here, balancing that student athlete life. And it's a great experience. I recommend for anyone who's serious about their student and athlete life. So because we're a small private school, we're really able to bring a lot of technology to our students. So we're able to provide a lot of what you wouldn't find at your typical public school. We really feel like we're on the cutting edge of education and on sports development as well. So whether it be recovery or just their strength and speed development, you can find it here at the new Boost Performance Center. We're providing everything our athletes need to be the best student athletes they can be.
Hey, Billy here from Spoiled in Riverside. Just opened up our new location off the 91 in Arlington and Riverside. Come check us out and get spoiled for a change.
Welcome back to the Mike's Fitness Equipment Studio. It's the Inland Sports Show.
We are wrapping things up here on the Inland Sports Show, live and amplified every single Wednesday from Teen Vision TV 16. We can't thank them enough for letting us use their studio to bring you all the great local Inland Empire sports. Welcome back to the Mike's Fitness Equipment Studio. I'm Pep Fernandez. This is the Inland Sports Show. And yes, we do talk about some things other than football once in a while. We talk basketball as well. We've got, I think, a cool picture of UCR head coach David Patrick and the guys in the huddle from this past season. Yes, it is basketball season, and UCR is going to tip off the year on Friday night at home. It's just an exhibition, but it's real live, breathing basketball. The Highlanders will host Life Pacific and our good friend Tim Cook and the Warriors. That's an exhibition game. So UCR is going to tip things off on Friday night. Then it gets real next Tuesday night, the first night, opening night of college basketball, and UCR will open up on the road at the Nebraska Cornhuskers. And guess who will be on the road with the Highlanders? You guessed it, the Big Jeezy. Jeff Gorham will have the game live at GoHighlanders.com. So listen to Big Jeff as UCR will take on the Cornhuskers Tuesday night from Nebraska. CBU also opening the season on Tuesday night, and we've got some Lancer highlights to pass along because we always love seeing them in action at the CBU Event Center. California Baptist will open things up. They'll crack open the 2019 season with a home game against Jackson State on Tuesday night. It's the return of that guy, Milan Aqua, the preseason pick to be the player of the year in the Western Athletic Conference. He is back after flirting with the NBA draft. He decided to come back to CBU, and we're welcoming him with open arms. Glad to see him back. Such a talented player. Aqua's back. There's more returning guys. There's new guys in the mix. And, of course, head coach Rick Croy is going to have the guys dialed in, focused, and ready to go in front of a raucous crowd because it's not only Tuesday night, opening night for the men's basketball team at 7 o'clock against Jackson State, but we got ourselves an old-fashioned double dip. The women's basketball team at CBU, they will play at 5 o'clock, so right before the men. The women will play at 5 against Long Beach State on Tuesday night, and then right after, it's the men's game. CBU taking on Jackson State to open up the 2019 season. So a big night of basketball on Tuesday. Come on out to the CBU Event Center. Let's pack the place. And then also you can listen live to Jeff Gorham on the road with the Highlanders as they are on the road at Nebraska, the Cornhuskers. That's going to be a big game as well. Well, that's going to do it for this show, the Inland Sports Show. We appreciate you tuning in every single Wednesday night. A big thanks to the entire crew behind the scenes. And again, next week we will be in the playoffs, the high school football playoffs. Sunday, we will unveil the brackets by the CIF Southern Section. In fact, I might do something a little special here on the YouTube channel. So if you're watching this, check back on Sunday. I might do a little, maybe a live look-in from Pep's living room to talk about the CIF Southern Section football brackets. But of course, we'll be right here back on Wednesday to really break down some of those juicy first-round matchups. My name's Pep Fernandez. We'll see you next time on your favorite show, the Inland Sports Show.